exhibit and offer them up some of their favorite treats. And hopefully we're going to see them up nice and close and get some really good pictures of them. Now, this presentation will be in English, but if you have any questions at the end of the presentation, we'll have a short question period, and we will answer questions in English and in French. And Annie will probably better answer French questions than me, but we'll do our best. Now, if there's any littles, make sure that they can see, and please, we'd all appreciate if you talk, but if you really, really have to talk, keep it to a whisper for the people who actually want to hear what's being said in the presentation. So, this is where we're going to start. There are 4 types of non-human primates: Prosimians, New World, Old World, and apes. And here at Magnetic Hill Zoo, we have some that fit into each of those categories. And as we go along our trail today, we're going to see a few of those categories. So the ringtail lemurs are prosimians. Now the word prosimian means primitive primate. And these guys don't look like the typical monkey that you're probably envisioning in your head, right? They look a little more like a cat. They get down on all fours a lot, they have a big fluffy tail, and that's because they're prosimians. Now all lemurs come from a small island off the coast of Africa called Madagascar. Has anybody seen the movie Madagascar? Yeah, great movie. Who hasn't seen it? Well, that movie does a really good job at showcasing a bunch of different lemur species. But one lemur in that movie in particular, King Julian, he happens to be one of these guys right here. Now, some interesting things about these guys. Now, ringtail lemurs are called ringtail lemurs due to the rings on their tail. But these guys in the wild, when they're walking through tall patches of grass, would have their tail up in the air, kind of like a flag. And that way the rest of the ringtails can see where everybody is, and they can all stick together that way. Now, another interesting thing about these guys is that they love to sunbathe, and it is the cutest day. And luckily it is beautiful today, so you may actually get to see it if you stick around long enough. They get into these yoga-esque poses, and they'll just hold them for minutes on end and soak in the sun's rays. And that is probably why a lot of people refer to them as sun worshippers. Now here at Magnetic Hill Zoo, we have 4 ringtail lemurs, 1 male and 3 females. Our male is Dylan, and our females are Lola, Cosmo, and Danza. You may have also noticed that in this enclosure there are 3 birds, and those are guinea fowl. And they're kind of like an African chicken. And the reason that they're in there is because they get along. That's why they're in there. So that's all we have on these little guys. We are going to move on in one little minute, but I just wanted to mention conservation is super important to us here at Magnetic Hill Zoo. And through a lot of breeding, we give back to conservation. And we have had lots of babies here in the past, have we not? We've had tiger cubs, we've had jag cubs. We've also had lots of primate babies as well, squirrel monkeys, and there's some baby marmosets right now, some baby rough lemurs. We normally have lots of ringtails, and I'm going to give you a little heads up that as we go along our path today, you may see a baby if you keep your eyes peeled. But I'm not going to tell you which kind it's in because I'm 100% sure you guys are smart enough to figure it out. So, now we're going to move down to the next enclosure and see who the next guy we have to meet is.